All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday night. It's time for racing. It's me, Alan Paterson. I'm in the booth. Sim Race South Africa. It's the F3 series, and tonight it's Div 2 and Div 3 on the same server. So we're going to have a full house of, if everyone gets on, it should be 26 people. So we're just in the end of free practice, waiting for the timing to tick over into official qualifying. Same as Monday night stream, we hear from the Dubai Autodromo. Quite an amazing track, actually. It was the first time I've seen it on Monday, and it was amazing. It's got some very tricky lines and cambered curves and some awesome undulations. Should make for some very interesting racing. At the moment I have 23 people on the server, so let's just wait for this to tick over and qualify time should start. There we go. So we're into 15 minutes of qualifying for Div 2 and Div 3 all at the same time on the same server. I have certainly got my work cut out for me tonight. And yes, if you'll notice, everybody from the admin team at SimRace South Africa pretty much are on the track tonight. I'm commentating, Sass is driving, Ryan is driving, and Jason Holden Jones is driving. So everybody's here for tonight. YouTube, good evening. Zandelus is there. Maria Skuman, hello sir. Martin Jebe, hello. Philip Minnar, Corne Briet, how's it guys? So there we go. Got a jam-packed race this evening. In fact, I do count 26 cars now, so now people are going to jump around and juggle and try and find free time to get a quick lap in. So this is going to be busy. And I'll do my best to cover all the moves and all the overtakes as they happen. Monday I made a mistake about the timing of the race. Track weather info. So this is what the story is. It's actually 8 o'clock in the morning in Dubai in the desert. That's when the race is being held. So 27 degrees Celsius, slightly partly cloudy. I don't think there's much cloud. Temperature, ambient temperatures 28 and 26 degrees. Track temperature 28.3 to 30.3. So quite warm for that early in the morning, but that's what's expected. And based on the fact that Ryan is basing these conditions on real world conditions, it's quite astounding. 27 degrees at 8 a.m. in the morning. Track map quickly. It's the long version, as you can see. It's all the way around the black section, starting at the bottom of your screen and running clockwise as you're looking at it. Total length 5.3 kilometers and 2 huge straights. That second straight takes forever. So now that's based on that scale. That looks like almost 900. It's almost a kilometer long, that back straight. And for those of you who did miss it, we've got next video, so I'm going to play that again tonight. This is the in-car video of how to do a lap, but I cut the audio off by mistake on Monday, so I'll make sure it's running this time.
Alright everybody, welcome to a onboard qualifying lap around the Dubai GP circuit in the Formula RSS V6. As you see coming across the start finish line, you want to get a good exit out of the last corner. Coming into the first corner now, 6th gear, foot flat hard down. We're going to be shifting all the way down to 3rd gear, chucking it into the first corner, ride that understeer and flick it into 4th as we go through this left-hander. We're flat all the way through this double right-hander. Don't clip the curb too much, you can unsettle the car. Flick it through the left, hard on the brakes. This is very tricky to get the car set up right. You want to get the turn in for this right-hander and be able to get on the power. You see how much we are absolutely abusing the tyres on this qualifying lap as we go through the first of the brave corners, that left-hander where you just got to flick the car in fourth gear and absolutely hope it sticks to carry you onto the straight, into sixth gear, absolutely flying now. We're going to be basically hitting the rev limiter. Remember, no DRS, and into the braking zone for our right-hander. Very tight second gear to get good exit, keep it wide so we can really abuse the most amount of track through there, and then into the right-hander second gear to get a good drive out. You can possibly use third, but I find the acceleration that you get using second gear is better. No, nothing's left-hander corner there, sixth gear, but watch how we dive into third gear, second gear, back to third gear, and really flick the car all the way through. Hard on the power through here. The car wants to spit you out, but you just got to hope that it's going to stick. And into the last corner, tricky here. You can see us getting a little bit of out of shape. That corner never really seems to allow you to get on the power, and as we go across the line, that is a 43.5.
Alright, there we go. Nick, thanks very much for that. So, quite a tricky little track, that's for sure. And tonight with 26 cars, okay, it's dropping a bit. There's 23, so we've had a few disconnects so far. But let's get on to the timing. Jason Holden Jones, our fearless leader, is up at the top, a 144.6 at the moment. Bradley Taylor in second, Jurgens van Vieren third, Craig Hunter and Ron Kralin first to fifth. So top four in the 44s. Let's go and see if we can find some hot laps anywhere at the moment. Just under 10 minutes, 9 minutes to go. People stopping and changing things. Oh, and there we go. Dirkie Swanepoel goes quicker. So Dirkie 44.6. Holden Jones 44.6, Bradley Taylor 44.7, Jurgens van Vieren 44.8, and Craig Hunter 44.9. So 4 tenths separating the top 5 at the moment. Tires, let's get that covered right now. So at the moment, Dirkie Swanepoel on hards, Jason Holden Jones medium, Bradley Taylor, Jurgens van Vieren and Craig Hunter and Ruan Kralin on mediums, Ronald Childs on hards, Geldenhuys, Hansen, Brandt on mediums, Graham Stoppel on hards, Zander Luss on mediums, Wayne de Klerk on hards, Russ on mediums, Ellett on hards, Hans on mediums, Stewart on hards, Hill on mediums, LaRue on mediums, Stanley Venter on hards, Jude Stewart on hards, and Sas van der Westhuizen on mediums. So pretty much huge mix of the tire compounds. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and as we can see, the track is full. There are cars everywhere. Currently on board with Graham Stoppel. Let's go and find somebody. Right, here's Dirk Brandt. And Dirk is on it with his JPS, John Player Special Colour Scheme. He was up 2 tenths, but he's kind of lost it as he went over the top of that hill. Let's see how he comes through the last corner. Yes, he's got a decent drive. This will pick him up a little bit. And Dirk Brandt goes from 10th to 10th. So no improvement yet for Dirk. Leon LaRue, one of the Team BWR cars, yellow one. This is the Wolves. And he's just started a fast lap. And we'll see how he goes round at the moment. Richard Ellett, he's on an outlap. Lindsay Hans in the piss. Ryan Hill, our technical guru, Team Odin Racing. He's also on an outlap. Stanley Fento. Wow, this must be Stan's first lap. Indeed it is. He's not actually on the timing grid, so this is going to be his first time. And he's a good 10 seconds, 10.8 seconds up on his lap time, so this will be his first official quick time as he comes through the second last cluster, through that bank curve, over this blind apex. Then they go dip down towards the last corner and onto the start finish straight, and stands up huge, massively here in fact. Stanley goes to 12th place with the 146.6 with 5.5 minutes to go. Well done, Stan. Sus, where are you? Oh, he's in the barriers. He was up and he's in the barriers, so he'll have to try that again. But he was on a good lap there actually. Craig Hunter now in pole, a 144.4. It's a good time. 0.4 Turkey Sonopol, also 4 Jason Holden Jones, 0.6. Van Vuuren out on the track, currently 2/10 down with just under 5 minutes to go. Matthew, how's it? Matthew Boy on YouTube shouting for our leader Jason. Graham Stoppel, he's up. He's just started a lap. Oh, he's on his delta. We'll see how he goes. Peter Caldenas, the leader of the sim racing crew. Rowan Kralin, also very close on his delta and also just started a lap. Oh, runs a little bit deep there. He's having some technical issues. Glad to see him with us. He was having some content manager problems just now, but he's here. Ronald Childs, who was supposed to one of the Division 3 drivers, and he's sitting in 8th overall, a 145.7. So this should actually this should present some interesting shuffling of positions when we mix both the divisions together, because the divisions are based on your HLQ lap times. So if that's true, then theoretically we should say positions 1 to 12 should be Division 2 and 13 downwards Division 3. Ronald Childs is proving that wrong right now, so let's see how he goes. I'll have a look actually to see who are other drivers from the other divisions. Great stuff, Craig. Philip Mano, how's it? Dirkie Sonopol in second place through sector 2, and he's 2/10 up and chasing hard on the back, chasing hard to get to Craig Hunter's time for pole. In fact, there is 1,000th between them if you look at their times right now. That's how close they were. That's incredible. Right. Div 2, Div 3. So, Quibus Russ currently in 16th, sitting in the pit. Richard Ellett in 17th in the pit. Ronald Childs in 10th place on the track at the moment. And up here by a good 3.5 tenths, almost 4 tenths on this lap. He's from Division 3. Jonathan Cox. He has no, his name's here, but he's not here. Lindsay Hunts. Did Lindsay make it? Yes, Lindsay's here. He's sitting in the pits. Stefan Engelbrecht. No, I don't see Stefan Engelbrecht. Ryan Hill's here. And Matthew Gee. No, I don't see Matthew here. So he's excused himself. So let's watch Ronald Childs as he comes through the last cluster, the last bank curve right here. And then 2 more corners onto the start finish line. Oops, he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Hopefully that doesn't interfere. It's Peter Geldenaes as Ronald goes past. He's still up 1.5 tenths. So he's just got to get good drive through this last corner. A little bit of a lockup, accelerating. He's 1/10 up. He is going quicker. And he stays in 10th. So Ronald Childs, a 1:45.6. Very good stuff. Right, just under a minute to go. Craig Hunter, he's on an outlap. Dirkie Swanepoel, he's up and heading onto the start-finish line now. Let's see if Dirkie can improve. He's looking for anything in the green. This is still green. Oh, is it? Oh no, he's just lost it. Oh no. So Dirkie stays second. Philip saying he's calling 44 flat a pole. Well, with 20 seconds to go, I don't know. Okay, what's Craig on? Alright, Craig is in green figures, so he's going to go quicker if he can carry this round. Yeah, I don't know, Philip, it might have been network lag issues or something like that. Based on our number crunching and what we're seeing on the server's idling, so we're not having any hosting problems at the moment. Right, good. Craig Hunter onto the long back straight, and he's just up. That's like 2,000s, but either way he's in the green. Swanepoel still second. Van Vuuren gets his quickest lap, a 1:44.6, and goes into the pits. So it's only a couple more seconds. Oh, and Craig Hunter throws it away. Geldenhuys, Mr. Geldenhuys goes up to 6, a 1:44.9. Stanley Venter is going into the pits. Leon Leroux, he's idling, so no one else on a quick lap. Yes, Dirkie, he might still do something. Come on, Dirkie. He's just got to make it over this apex and then the last corner. And this is where he lost time on the previous lap. And he's not going any quicker. So that's it. Craig Hunter takes pole, a 1:44.495. We'll be back shortly. Right, we only have 30 seconds in between the pits and the race start, so I'm going straight to the race start. Here we go. We're off. Just waiting for my timing screen. Craig Hunter's in the pits. Dirkie Swanepoel, everyone else is on their way. I'm not sure what's happened there, but something happened with Craig Swanepoel. Ugh, Craig Swanepoel. Craig who's in the pits. So Dirkie Swanepoel up into first. Oh, there's huge changes going on. Let's go a little bit further back. Van Vuuren third. Geldenhuys, everyone's bumped up. So Jason Holden Jones, Stewart, Van der Merwe, Hunter, Venter, everyone's going backwards. There must have been a bit of coming together at the back there. On board, we're watching Jason Holden Jones as he starts slicing back through the field. Craig Hunter, here he is. He must have come out the pits. I have no idea. Maybe he didn't click or he wasn't ready or there was something, but this is going to be a drive back for Craig. It was a bit of a hectic start. So let's go back up front. Ronald Childs in 7th place. Van Vuuren. Bradley Taylor's just gone past Jurgens Van Vuuren, and they're all booking up behind them next to each other as they head towards the last sector. Oh, keep it clean. Jurgens going around the outside of Bradley Taylor into the banking they go. Bradley comes out in front. That's some good racing, good respect for each other, good positioning on the track. Dirk Brand in 4th in the John Player Special car, watching all of this and wanting to get in on the action. everyone's still very close. So I'm going to chop and change a number of cars here as I see some stuff going on. Something's happening with our man, Mr. Quibus Russ. Alright, he's coming into the last cluster now. He must have had an off somewhere. A couple of people went past. Ryan Hill, Team Odin Racing principal, and he comes over in 17th, and he must have also been involved in an incident at the start. Ronald Childs and Krayling. So Ruan Krayling is going backwards now. He's had a problem somewhere. Oh dear, he's in the barrier here. Alright, Ruan, get it going slowly. Jason Holden Jones up into 11th and chasing down Jude Stewart. Jude Stewart is our 12-year-old go-kart racer, and here he is right behind his dad, John Stewart. And Jason Holden Jones just behind them. Okay, Van Figeren. Oh, it's all going on here for 5th, 6th and 7th. These guys are all very close to each other. So, Dirk Brand with Jurgens van Figeren right behind him. Ronald Childs also looking for a way past. Ronald Childs in that McLaren car. Jurgens almost running into the back of Dirk Brand there. Over the blind apex here and down onto the last corner, onto the start-finish line. Alright, Jason Holden Jones closing in. Oh, Zander Lus is just disconnected from the server. It's another chap who's gone. So I've got Zander Lus, Stefan Engelbrecht, Neil Berger's not here, and Jonathan Cox. 4 drivers didn't come right, well, 3 didn't get right to connect. Hopefully Zander Lus reconnects. Right, Ruan Grayling lapping again, down in 19th. Back on the track and going. He must have had some issue somewhere and he was up against a wall for a bit. Graham Stoppel just behind him, and Stanley Fenter currently in last in 21st place. So a big drive back for coming up from Stanley. Up at the front though, it's Dirkie Swanepoel with Team Sim Racing crew driving with Peter Geldenhuys, and Peter Geldenhuys actually is now up into 3rd place. Dirk Brand in 4th in the John Close special car, and Chantal Hansen, our lady driver, doing really well, keeping her nose out of all the boxing matches, and currently sitting in 5th place, with Ronald Charles up from Div 3 in 6th. So some very interesting positional changes happening at the moment. Jurgen's very close here. Come on, change. Ronald Charles running down the inside of the main straight, going past the pit wall, now moves over and takes his racing line. Jurgen's only 2/10 behind, so there's going to be some action here. Further down we see Ruan Krayling and Sas van der Westhuizen swapping positions. Sas, the principal for NSRR, with Quibus Russ on his inside, and Stanley Fenton now joining the party and wanting to get past both of these guys. Oh, 3 abreast into turn 1. Go, nail it. Stanley Fenton licked that stamp and sent it. So he passes Quibus Russ, and Stanley is up into 19th and on his way up the grid. Oh, Ryan Hill is having a drama at the back here and is driven off the track. Stanley Hill goes past him, and Ryan recovers and is seriously struggling right now. Ryan in 20th. Let's go and see if his webcam's running. AC feed, Ryan. Yes, no, no. His feed's not running tonight. I wonder if Dirk's running. Yes, there we go. No, that's also the wrong track, so that's an old feed of Dirk's.
The gap in front.
As we see Ryan spinning in the background. Oh dear. Okay. Back up to the front. Bradley Taylor doing well, currently in second place. With Peter Calderdays still in third, Dirk Brand fourth, Chantal fifth, and Jurgens van Vieren now up into sixth. We've lost Ronald Childs. He's had a moment somewhere and he's down to 10th. Jason Holden Jones now up into 9th. On board with the very fancy liveried car of Jason Holden Jones. The livery is Tula, and I think it's his sister's business somewhere here in South Africa. Just ahead of him, Jude Stewart, and just ahead of Jude Stewart is Leon Leroux. Jason catching a little bit of a cross up there as he catches up to the back of these guys. Going to be all together. Jude Stewart up ahead looking down the inside. Jude Stewart sending it up the inside. Oh, well caught there, Ryan. Got a helicopter view. Oh, and these two are still having a go at each other. Jude Stewart ahead of Leon Leroux. And there's Jason arriving very late. Jason wanting to look down the inside of Leroux. Decides against it and waits for another part of the track to make the move. Alright, 35 minutes left and everyone goes over and starts their 6th lap. Ron Craylan coming up at the bottom. It looks like John Stewart having a moment and then going backwards. Craylan up into 15th, John Stewart 16th. Everyone here kind of settling down now. Swanepoel from Taylor from Geldernaes. It's a bit quiet on the YouTubes, no one commenting too much. Sorry guys if I'm jumping around, I'm just trying to find where the best action is. This looks like it at the moment. Oh dear, Stanley Fenter having another drama at the back. Running a little bit deep there, Stanley. Back on track. Stoppel goes past. John Stewart and Wayne de Klerk having a little ding-dong session and a pass happening. Right, Jason Holden Jones getting close now to the back of Leon Leroux. This gap is half a second now. So it's Jason trying to plan this move and make the pass. Jason gets great drive out of that second last corner. He's going to be right under the wing of Leon down the straight here. Oh yes, this is it. This is where the overtake's going to happen. Drafting down to turn 1. And he pulls out down the inside. Nothing here Leon can do. He's going to have to just watch Jason cruise by. And that move is done. Jason goes up into 8th place. It's a good clean overtake. Now he's chasing down the youngster Jude Stewart, the 12-year-old or 13-year-old go-kart driver. He's doing exceptionally well. Lindsay Hunts, also part of the NSIR team, part of Sas van der Westhuizen's team. In 14th, he just lost a place. I think Ruan went back past him. Ruan's also on a recovery drive after his early problems. Sas van der Westhuizen himself here down in 17th. He's the team principal. NSIR, not so important races or something like that. Philip on YouTube, yeah, 20 laps to go or somewhere around there. Agreed. So we've still got a whole pile of pit stops to go. Ryan Hill, unfortunately, is just having a real problem today and running around at the back of the track. Dirkie Swanepoel, however, is all good to go. 7 seconds up the road from Bradley Taylor. But look at this, Peter Geldenhuys is only 1.9 seconds behind Bradley Taylor. So Peter Geldenhuys, the principal for the sim racing crew, who's been seriously self-proclaiming to struggle with the GP cars and the touring cars, and it looks like he's coming right here now, because this is a great showing from him. Dirk Brand I see up into 4th now, with Chantal Hansen in 5th. So Jurgens must have had a moment somewhere. And then Jude Stewart behind them. So Chantal, good 6.5 seconds back from Dirk Brandt. Craig Hunter coming back from the pit start, already in 10th. So Craig Hunter's putting in some huge laps. He must have had a technical issue, because he wasn't on the grid for some other reason at the start of the race. I don't know if he was, I'm not too sure. But let's see how far back he can drive back, because he was comfortably in pole. And had to come out the pit lane, and is already up into 10th place. So doing well. Jurgens van Vieren here in 6th place, looking at the back of Chantal Hansen. He's just 8 tenths, under a second as they come onto the start finish line. So Chantal's got to maintain a bit of a handle a bit of pressure here coming from Jurgens. And then Jude Stewart 2.5 seconds down the road and coming up to the back of Jurgens himself. Wende Klerk and Sas van der Westhuizen swapping positions. With Graham Stoppel also coming down the inside and going past over the start finish line, and they start lap 9. Jude is 11, by the way. Thanks Philip for clearing that up, so never mind me going on 12 or 13. Jude Stewart currently in 7th place, 11 years old. That is incredible. Ruan Krailing, oh, they're drafting here. Look at this. Ruan on the back of Richard Ellett. Richard Ellett runs defensive down the inside. Ruan stays out to the outside. Oh, Richard breaks late. Great defensive move there. Ruan's trying to undercut. Nice and clean here. Now Ruan down the inside. Richard's going to now try and undercut him after that corner as they head back towards the last sector. Looks like Ruan's got past. So Ruan up into 12th, Richard back down to 13th. Into this banked corner. Blind apex over the hill here, down to the last corner onto the start finish line. Little bit of a lockup. Let's go for a lap here with Richard Ellett as we look ahead. Ruan positioning his car kind of down the middle. Locks up a little bit. Richard gets a good drive out of turn 1 and through this cluster of corners. Flat out. Nails that apex. It's a timing part of the track here. Then a big late braking double barreled right-hander. And then back on the way towards the start of the long back straight. Around the first of the bank curves. And off we go. Ruan's pulled out a bit of a gap here, as you can see. Doing quite well. Just looking at everyone else's lap times. Jürgen's looking still at Chantal Hansen. Down to the last corner. Chantal's got to deal with this pressure. She's got to drive defensively. If she positions her car in the right place on the track, there's nothing Jürgens can do. He's going to have to go round her. And I tell you what, Jason Holden Jones, early pit stop. So young Jude Stewart has narrowed down a 2.5 second deficit behind Van Vieren to just on a second. So he's driving well. Jason Holden Jones, the first of the pitters, so he's trying to get his pit stop done. And he's going to come out into some... he's going to come out not into clean air actually, because there's traffic everywhere. Craig Hunter and LaRue just having a moment. It looks like LaRue's gone past. Right, Jason's out just ahead of Sas van der Westhuizen. So, Jason's first of the pitters. Oh, and Chantal, I've missed it. Oh, it's all happening here. Wow. So what's going on? Jude Stewart as well is involved already. So Jude Stewart, Jürgens van Vieren and Chantal Hansen. Chantal's dropped 2 places. And the youngster is looking down the inside. Oh. And again he sends it. Talk about no fear. I suppose that's what comes from being 11. Now he's defensive down the pit wall. Jürgens having to go the long way around and drives around him. So Jude pulls back in, now pulls back out and sends it down the inside, and that was a little bit of contact, but Jürgens managed to hang on to it, and I think Chantal's come past. No, not yet. Sure. Jude is in all the mayhem. You mean Jude's causing all the mayhem? Certainly drives without any fear, this youngster. So Jürgens is Jürgens going to have to do some work and try and come back at him. Right, Sus in the pits. Also, early pit. So Jason's pitted and Sus is pitted. Or still pitting. Jason out in 12th. So he will be our net whatever position when everybody ahead of him pits, and we'll see how many positions he can jump up the order. Craig Hunter looking at the back of Ronald Childs. Ronald still doing well in 9th place in the McLaren liveried car. Craig Hunter trying to find a way past. I think it's Flying Gypsies, Team Poseidon. Alright, Dirk Brunt is in the pits from 4th place. He's just driven into the pits. So he's in the pits. Where is Jason Holden Jones? He's quite a way off actually. He's still got to get through the last sector. So Jason's going to have to drive a bit to catch up to these guys. Further back, Hans and Stoppel. They've been having a moment. As Hansen and Leroux go past into 6th and 7th. Right, so Brunt is now rolling out of the pits. And he's out and on his way. And Jason Holden-Jones is just on the start-finish line. So he's quite a way off Dirk Brunt. Okay, next. Poor old Ryan is getting lapped here. As we see Jurgens van Vieren going past Ryan Hill for Team Odin Racing. I think Ryan spends too much time working on work-related stuff and not enough time working on his car-related stuff. Hans and Stoppel both in the pits in 16th and 17th place. So Ronald Childs half a second off the back of Dirk Brunt. With Craig Hunter just behind him. And considering Dirk Brunt's... there's Peter Geldenhuys in the pit now as well. Oh! Craig Hunter turned it. He managed to catch it. Well done. There he comes. So Jude Stewart and Peter Geldenhuys in the pits. So Dirkie Swanepoel and Bradley Taylor currently leading, and Chantal Hansen in the pits. So everyone's pitting at 21 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Dirkie Swanepoel bombing down the long back straight. I suspect we'll see a lot of people come in now. Specifically Dirkie and Bradley. I don't think they're going to run too deep. Dirkie and Bradley and Jurgens and Peter Geldenhuys all on hards. Leroux on mediums, Dirk Brunt on hards, and Ronald Childs and Jude Stewart all on hards as well. Craig Hunter comes into the pits. Craig Hunter, who was our pole sitter, currently in 12th. So he's going to come out the pits and then try and drive up into the top 10. Right, let's see if Dirk comes in. Yes. No. Oh, he is. Oh, he missed the pit. He missed the pit entrance. Yo, that was close. I don't know if he's going to get a penalty for that. I don't think so. Bradley Taylor also comes bombing in. So I think Dirkie was in two minds whether he should pit or not and made up his mind at the very last moment. Jurgens coming around the bank curve. Over this apex. Is it going right? No. With Peter Geldenhuys then. Also onto the start-finish line. Oh, yeah, these guys had pitted already. So this is now for position as Dirkie and Bradley Taylor coming out the pits. So Dirkie's in and out. Ronald Childs, Leroux's in the pits. So let's just let everything settle down here quickly. So these guys have all pitted now. Leroux and Kraling, the last two of the top 10. So Jason Holden-Jones in 10th place over the start-finish line, and he comes up into 8th place now. Ronald Childs just round the corner and on his way, who's also pitted from... I can't remember where he was. So that's it as far as the top 10 goes now for pitting. Everyone's done their pits. Stanley Fenter, I don't think he's pitted yet, but is next to Richard Ellett here. So we'll have to see what happens there. Peter Geldenhuys looking at the back of Bradley Taylor. So Jurgens, out of all of this, is the big winner up into second place. Jurgens van Vieren. But Dirkie Swanepoel is so far ahead of everyone at the moment. Charles and Stewart. position change here as Ronald Childs goes past Jude Stewart. Knowing how this youngster drives, he's not going to just let that happen, and he's going to try and come back at Ronald Childs. Oh, he runs a bit wide and Jude just throws it up the inside. It's done already. Onto the start finish straight now. Okay, Jurgens is pitting now, so I was wrong. He had to still pit. So, Dirkie Swanepoel is our leader, 17 seconds up the road from Bradley Taylor now, with Geldenhuys chasing Bradley down for third. Here is second and third, and this is now very close. The gap's under a second. Craig says he can't race. He can't use his controls. Technical issue again. What is it? Oh, that's terrible luck, man. No, he's still in the pits. Is he retired? Probably. Or he's probably fiddling and trying to get his wheel sorted. I wonder what... It's strange how these guys have so many technical issues. I mean, the stuff should work. Anyway, that's just me being negative about the tech. We'll hear from him, I'm sure, somewhere, or whatever happened. But, right, this is very exciting at the moment. Peter Geldenhuys looking at the back of Bradley Taylor, and Bradley having to run defensive lines. Swanepoel, 1:45.7. Yeah, Craig's still in the pit, so he's obviously fiddling with some electronics on his wheel. 1:46s for Taylor and Geldenhuys. Dirk Brunt not too far back, also 1:46.9. Stewart and Childs. Ruan Kralin doing well. Ruan Kralin looking at the back of Richard Elliott now. So after a rocky start, Ruan is settling down and starting to drive back up the grid. Jason Holden-Jones is back in the pits. So did he not change tyres, or did he not put in fuel, or what is this about? Oh dear, I don't know. Chantal Hansen comes past in 8th place. Jason Holden-Jones drops back down to 12th. And he's out and going, but in 12th place. That was weird. Sas van der Westhuizen, look at this. Teammates. New member Quibus Russ, he's just joined us. And Sas goes past Quibus. I think there must have been a radio instruction there, something like a slow down, your boss wants to come past. Oh dear. Stewart 18. John Stewart now in the pits with Graham Stoppel. Craig Hunter is sitting in the pits, so yeah. Philip, try and find out if he what's going on there. What wheel does he have that he has these kind of problems? Jason Holden-Jones now trying to drive back. Goes past Leon Leroux up into 11th. And just ahead of him is Richard Elliott. So I don't even know if Jason stopped in that pit. He must have. Why would you drive into the pits? Oh, wait a minute. Jason, maybe oh, hang on. We're running the PLP system. So he might have had one too many out of bounds and had to do a drive-through. That's what that was all about. Yes, that's exactly what that was about. So I'm glad he had to experience it. Right, looking at the back of Elliott, Jason sending it down the inside. Elliott's not too sure about that positioning, but trying to run defensive lines. Jason Holden-Jones going deep through that corner. Now heading both of them onto the first banking corner, onto the long back straight. Jason gets a good drive and starts closing in on the back of Richard Elliott. Very unfortunate for our man Craig Hunter. Pole sitter sitting in the pits having electronic problems. Right, Jason brakes deep, turns in late apex exit and gets a good drive as they come through the second part of sector 2. Now they start winding their way back to the beginning of sector 3. This the tricky big bank, the second of the bank corners, and then the blind apex up here over the top and down towards the start finish straight. This is pure committing over that apex. Jason comes out and he's close. Brakes early, gets on the gas. Richard Elliott was struggling there, and it looks like he's running defensive ahead. Jason going to stay out on the left. Richard's going to compromise his line through here. Jason going all the way around the outside, but decides to pull back in. Looks for an undercut, but there's nothing there. Alright, so with just on 11.5 minutes left, oh, Jason going around the outside, leaving his braking late. Now turning in, trying to get the undercut, misses the apex. Okay, different line into the bank corner, early acceleration onto the long back straight, and trying to get a draft off the back of Elliott. And looking down the inside this time. Elliott positioning down the middle of the back straight. As they hard on the brakes into the sharp right hand hairpin. Jason Holden-Jones going around the outside. Does he make it stick? He does. Now he's got the left, which he's on the inside. It was a great move. So he carried a bit more momentum. Richard Elliott dives down the inside of the bank corner, but this is such a big corner. Jason runs deep, so there's no contact. Gets a good acceleration through the second last right-hander down to the start finish, and Jason moves up into 10th place. With Leon LaRue now looking at the back of Richard Elliott. Peter Geldenhuys has just gone past Bradley Taylor. Must have been this lap or the lap previously, or traffic, but Peter Geldenhuys now has some traffic. So if Bradley Taylor can do anything about it, now is the time to try and close back up. Peter Geldenhuys goes down the inside, over the apex, down the hill, and last corner onto start finish straight. And Bradley Taylor 1.5 seconds back. It looks like the sim racing crew currently 1 and 2. Good stuff here. Stanley Fenter, where are you? There you are. Stanley Fenter in 15th at the Mo, looking at the back of Quibus Russ. Ronald Childs in the pits. And stopped and going. So that wasn't a drive-through or a penalty. That looked like he had to either put some fuel or something with the tires. Maybe he didn't get enough fuel in the car. So out Ronald comes in 8th place still. Chantal Hansen goes past, so Chantal goes into 8th. Ronald Childs net 9th at the moment. Jason Holden-Jones in 10th, so he'll be looking at the back of Ronald Childs, who's just come out the pits. Leon Leroux, 7/10 back behind Richard Ellett, also looking to try and make up a position here. Oh, Mr. Fenta is there. He's on the back of Mr. Russ. No, he's passed him already. So Stanley Fenta up into 14th. Kobus Russ, our new member, part of Sas van der Westhuizen's NSRR team, in 15th place and doing well. Leon Leroux now trying to work out a way past Richard Ellett. No way. Hello, Renelle Wisdom, and she is saying it is Leon Leroux's birthday today. So come on, Leon. Get past him or else no cake for you. What's going on with Chantal here? Oh, Chantal just dropped 2 positions. She must have had a spin somewhere. And Richard Ellett now into the pits. Is this for a drive-through? So, Leon Leroux's going past. Let's follow the cockpit car and see if he actually stops. There's another car further up in the pits. That's John Stewart. No, they're stopping. How quick is the stop? That's quite quick, but... So maybe it's a 2-stop strategy. I'm not sure. So, Jason Holden-Jones looking at the back of Ronald Childs. Again, so this is to bump Jason back up to 8th place, where he was earlier without before he had to do a second pit stop. Leon Leroux on the back of Chantal Hansen here, also trying to find a way past. Russ and Ellett position change further back. So Swanepoel out and out, 26 seconds up the road. Oh, and Leroux's just gone right past Hansen. I didn't even see that happen. Let me see if we got that on a replay, because I was looking at the timing screen. OC replay. Yes, here we go. There's Chantal ahead of him. They turn round. Oh, and Chantal she climbed on the gas. That's where it happened. There's past her. She caught it, and here she comes. Okay, so a little bit of a heavy right foot there for Chantal. Jason Holden-Jones goes past Ronald Childs. No, he doesn't. They're next to each other. This is some awesome racing. You see the different lines from the helicopter view. Jason running very deep there. Ronald Child seems to have got away from him at this point. Through the banked corner onto the long back straight. Oh dear, Kobus Russ in the pits now. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. 2 stops? Doesn't make sense, man. Alright, 3.5 minutes to go. So, Jason looking to get into 8th place, and I can't see any other position changes happening at the moment. This is the closest on the track. Jason Holden-Jones getting great drive out of that corner, as you can see, right up the back of Ronald Childs. Misses his apex a little, but gets a drive out of the last turn. And here we go with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Ronald Charles runs defensive. Jason's going to have to go the long way around and get creative. He swings out. Hard on the brakes. Swings in. Nothing happening there. So he's got to follow Ronald as they go through sector 1. Jason got that apex perfectly and is now right on the back of him. Turns early, accelerates hard out the corner. Ronald Charles also got a good drive though. So off they go down the back straight. Just under 2 minutes to go now. Jason trying hard to find a way past. Ryan keeping right out the way here. Oh, there was another car off the track over there that they've all just gone past. I didn't see who that was. Didn't affect these guys much, but here we go into the last sector. Over the apex, Jason catches right up to the back of Ronald here. Oh, he should send it down the inside, man. Misses the apex, has to brake a bit. Now tries to drive out of the last turn. And again, for the last lap here, they go down the straight. Jason's close this time. Moves back across. Ronald stays on the inside. Jason looks around the outside. Jason's still there. Okay, well done. Dirkie Swanepoel starting his last lap. 31 seconds up the road. Unreal. This is the closest dice on the track at the moment, so we're going to just follow Jason round. Last sector to go. Ronald Charles has been handling the pressure quite well. Jason's got his last chance coming up now, as he throws it down the inside, but he doesn't. Backs off. Now they're heading back to the last sector. Round the last left-hander. That banked right, banked left-hander. Jason trying to work out where his next chance is. If he goes late here and then drives out early, and he tries it, and he's there, he's round the outside, now he's down inside, looking at the last corner, down the inside, they both run wide, and he doesn't. Normal line, onto the start finish straight, and that's that, I think. Well, this is the last lap. This is the last lap, I beg your pardon, because the lead is on his final lap. Where is Dirkie Swanepoel? Oh, here he comes. Over the start finish line. Josh. Game, set and match. But we are going to go round with Jason Holden Jones. See if he can make this this 8th place or not. Erik Geldenhuys onto the start finish line. Bossman should be quite happy with that. First and second for the sim racing crew. Great effort there. Well done, Peter. 3rd place, Bradley Taylor over the line. Awesome stuff. Dirk Brandt, 4th place. Good stuff in the John Player Special. Young Jude Stewart coming around the last corner now. Very good stuff. 5th place for the 11-year-old. That's some excellent racing there. Jurgens, Yeah, he comes. Ron Kralin coming through the bank. Jason Holden Jones, did I see him there? Oh, they're close here. There's traffic. Oh, what's happening? Jason's going down the inside. Last corner, they make contact. Jason nails and he overcooks it. Ronald comes back up his inside. It's a drag race for the line. Oh, I think it's Jason who took that. No, I think it is Childs actually. Timing system says Childs in 8th, Jason Holden Jones 9th. It was a close finish that. That was good fun to watch. Well done, gentlemen. And a little tap for friendship's sake. Alrighty. That was some good stuff there, gents. Let me see if I can go and find our winner, Durkee. There he is, there he is, there he is. Okay. How are you, buddy? Yesterday, 30 something seconds up the road, man.
No, I'm tired now.
I'm sure you are. Peter Geldenhuis must be very happy with you, buddy.
Yes, I'm also happy with him with his second place.
Well done to both of you, man. That was awesome driving for the sim racing crew. A basic one-stop strategy, Durkee.
Yes, hard. Only I put it, 41 liters on my first stint, and then the second one also 31.
Awesome.
So, yeah, everything went well.
Everything according to plan. It didn't look like you were struggling or had any problems, although Craig had a problem and had to start from the pit for some other reason. I don't know what happened there.
I saw he jumped in. Maybe I think he got a jump start or something, and then he jumped in. But yeah, I would really like to have a dive with him, so yeah.
Yeah, shame, man. That was bad luck. And then he did do a drive back up to 10th, did a pit stop, and then he apparently had electronic problems. Philip Minna on YouTube saying that he was saying that he can't use his controls. So something was wrong with his steering wheel or something with his wheel.
Yeah, I just hope the next one it will be me and him again.
Awesome. And Peter in close proximity with you guys.
Yes.
Very cool, Durkee. Well done on that win for you, my man. It was an awesome, clean race. I didn't cover much of you on air because you were just like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds up the road. It was a bit boring, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand, but yeah, it was fun again.
Lekker.
Everything's going as planned now.
Lekker. Yeah, so put in the preparation, everything works. It's like a well-oiled machine, so well deserved, my friend.
Thank you, Alex.
Cool, man. I'll chat to you again soon, buddy.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Cheers, man.
Bye.
All right, guys, there we go. Philip Minna, thank you for your for the company on YouTube. Please pass on my sorries to poor old Craig. I'm not too sure what happened there, by the way. And Ronald, tell Leon we all said happy birthday, buddy. Well done, Leon, and happy birthday from everyone at SimRace South Africa. And that's it from me tonight. Tomorrow I will be turning on the HLQ service for touring cars, as promised. So we'll be doing a lot of that practicing around Nürburgring with the tin tops. And next week, Monday, will be the first race, which will be covered by Daniel Haynes and Jason Holden Jones on the live stream, hopefully. And we'll see how that goes. So there we go. Thanks very much. And we'll see you soon. Cheers for now.